So there we go. That was our moment of loss.
So this is where your father lived. Hmm? Are you still crying? If turning back the hands of time was not enough to save his life, you must accept what came to pass was fate.
Yeah, that wasn't fate.
Control yourself. Though Gerald's death
I
was
want
at
to
the
double check
hands of
something really
wicked
quick.
ones,
This would
a
make
fate is still
my
a fate.
eating moments better. But,
Oh, your father said to look for something.
because I think I have a
He must
hotkey.
have been referring
I'm remembering
to whatever
now.
is behind that
Hold up.
bookcase there.
Okay, yeah, that's my hotkey.
Your father's
Oh wait,
diary.
hold up. I just realized there's a plot going on. God dang it. Ah! I chose... Alright guys, I'm messing up all of this.
Huh. His handwriting is prettier than his face would suggest.
Myself, though, to draw hand of wicked ones, a fate is still a fate. Oh, your father said to look for something here, and he must have been referring to whatever's behind the bookcase there. Okay. But right, I'm gonna make sure which setting it is right now. Yep, okay. I don't like how I have to circle through a bunch of things to get there, but okay.
Well, well. These entries here are from before your birth. He seems to have been writing this for quite some time. Oh. Read that part there. Horsebow Moon, year 1159.
Day 20 of the Horsebow Moon. All is cloudy. I can't believe she's dead. Lady Rhea said she died during childbirth. But is that the truth? And still, the child she traded her life for doesn't make a sound. Didn't even cry at birth. Day 25 of the Horsebow Moon. It's raining. The baby doesn't laugh or cry. Not ever. Lady Rhea says not to worry about a baby that doesn't cry. It isn't natural. I had a doctor examine the child in secret. He said the pulse is normal, but there's no heartbeat. No heartbeat. Day 2 of the Wyvern Moon. Sunny. I feel I must take the child and leave. But the church is always watching us. I don't know what Lady Rhea has planned. I used to think the world of Lady Rhea. Now I'm terrified of her. Day 8 of the Wyvern Moon. More rain. I used the fire that broke out last night to fake the child's death. Lady Rhea is in a state over the news, but I can't change what I've done. I've got to take the child and leave.
Well now, that baby must be you. That means... Someone is approaching us.
Wow.
Here you are. To think that that Gerald would meet his end like that.
Okay, and once again, I'm gonna double check that it's all working. But wow, okay. That's interesting. So, we don't have a heartbeat? Are we alive? Are we a ghost? Oh my gosh. Wow.
I hope you know that you were the most important thing in the world to him.
What do you want?
He wasn't the most emotional guy. I'm sure expressing his affection wouldn't have come naturally to him. After what's happened, it's up to me now. I, Alois, swear to protect you in the captain's stead. Sorry. This isn't the time for my blathering. Lady Rhea is looking for you. I came to tell you that. I'll take my leave now.
This book is filled with secrets yet unknown. We must return another time to read the rest.
We should keep it. We shouldn't leave it
I
here.
have at least figured one thing out.
We should keep it on our person.
I know now why our fates are intertwined.
Hmm? Oh, because of Rhea?
Professor, I have been waiting for you. I am filled with grief at the loss of our most celebrated knight. Gerald was an ally of many years, and also a dear friend. He fell in love with one of the nuns here at Garreg-Mach. Their love produced a child, whom she died giving birth to. It was her decision. She weighed her own life against that of her child's and, in the end, implored me to save the child. Your father never truly accepted that decision. He took the child, took you, and disappeared without warning.
One of the nuns here at Garreg-Mach, and their love produced a child whom she died giving birth to. Wow. Okay, I just realized the muting has a weird cutoff there. Dang. Who was my mother?
Your mother. She was my...
I'm sorry for the interruption,
Sister
Lady
or
Rhea.
something?
There's something you must hear immediately. A report from the knights patrolling the area.
Very well. Professor, you are dismissed for the day. Please rest and focus only on mending your heart. Understood?
Wow. Sorry, about all these checking, I'm just making sure it's good. I'm not going to be muting it anymore, okay? I just wanted to make sure, but... Wow. Okay. I want to say sister. Mother would be weird.
Part 1. White Clouds. Guardian Moon. Where the goddess dwells. Long ago, the guardian Saros made an appearance during this moon. She had been summoned by the goddess, whose soul was suffering as the flames of war raged across Fordland. Some believe that high in the sky above Saros, the Immaculate One's mighty wings are what powered the strong winds carrying the Guardian and her forces into battle.
Wow. Again, maybe the symbolism is that we're going to war against them now, after everything that happened. But yeah, this is... Alright, so, again, I think that the plot is really interesting. I'll elaborate now on what I was talking about. For what he is, I think Byleth is being handled okay. The problem is, if I was to make a comparison about this entire dynamic to... Oh, Leonie, I could finally have this conversation. If I were to compare this dynamic directly to Ike and Grail, like, it would be hands down Ike and Grail that would win, okay? So that maybe that would be an interesting video. But in this case, it's okay. It has some problems. I'll say that. But yeah, Leonie! Or Leone. Leone. There we go. Alright, let's see what she has to say.
Hey, Professor. Got a minute? Look, I'm sorry I snapped at you. I didn't mean to lose my temper. I was rude to you. I should have known better.
It's alright. So I also had a theory about those supports that I couldn't get yet. I was thinking that maybe they're locked behind a story event, and that's why they wouldn't let me have it yet. So, I think I know what this conversation is going to be about. It's alright.
Huh, I thought you might say that. In that way, you're just like Captain Gerald. You accept other people. You don't let petty details get under your skin.
Do you know my father? Wait, how do you know my father?
Well, when I was a kid, I kind of latched onto him. I've been calling myself his apprentice ever since. He spent some time in the village I grew up in. Actually, you weren't with him back then. Why not?
I don't remember.
Huh. Maybe he left you with a relative or something. Anyway, back then, Gerald's job was to deal with poachers. Well, they were bandits, but we called them poachers. Nobody in the village could stand up to them. But your dad, he took them on like it was nothing. I was so impressed. All I could think was how amazing mercenaries were. I'd lived in that tiny village my whole life, so to me, Captain Gerald was nothing short of a legend. So I went right up to him and I told him I was going to be his apprentice. He didn't stick around long after that, but he did teach me a lot while he was with us. Tactics, strategy, training routines, it was all so new and exciting. So after he left, I kept at it, kept training, just like he taught me.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you got to see him again, yeah.
Me too. I always planned to meet him again once I became a top-tier mercenary. But I'm just glad I got to see him, to thank him properly and all. I've spent my whole life working to become a great mercenary like your father. There were so many times when I wanted to ask his advice, but I couldn't. I just had to make do. That's how I've made it this far. Just hard work, all on my own. But then you come along.
Yeah, I'm just... I know I said I would stop. I'm just so paranoid about me being on or not. I just need to leave it alone now. I know it's on. I'm just gonna... Okay. But yeah. Wow. But, I mean, that definitely explains
You don't appreciate
things.
Captain Gerald at all, or how lucky you were to have him around your whole life.
I do appreciate him. I'm just emotionless. I am a void.
No, it still really bothers me. You might be his kid, but I'm still his best apprentice. Got it?
What? Leone? Alright, so what conversation am I getting this time?
Day 5 of the Garland Moon, year 1157. Clear skies. I picked some flowers for her and returned home. The look of joy on her face at the sight of these flowers will be even more beautiful than the flowers themselves. Yeesh, that is enough. His entries from before your birth are full of such romantic blatherings as that. Oh, it must be deeply moving you to hear such things, but now is not the time for whimsy. Someone is here. You do not wish for them to see you in this state, so pull yourself together.
I thought I might find you here, Teach. Not the type to wallow in solitude, huh? That's a relief, let me tell you. So, what were you reading? Is that Gerald's?
Love letter. Sure.
So
I
it
can
is.
trust you, I think.
Hey, maybe this has some entries from when Gerald left the monastery. Is that so? He was the captain of the knights, but something made him leave the monastery in a hurry. If it has something to do with your birth, knowing what happened may get us closer to knowing what secrets the church is hiding. Teach, would you mind letting me read that diary?
No, man, it's mine.
I know how important it is to you, but I'm not asking lightly. Please allow me to borrow it.
I can't, dude. I'm sorry.
Wait, are you really saying I'm going to have to sneak in here in the dead of night to read it? I know how important it is to you, but I'm not asking lightly. Please allow me to borrow it.
We're losing it. Is this gonna be a loop?
Wait, are you really saying I'm going... I know how important...
Why give me the
I'm forever in your debt, Teach. If you'd refused, I would have had to sneak in here in the dead of night. I wasn't looking forward to the prospect.
Oh, boy.
Anyhow, let me fill you in on what's been going on lately, and not just as thanks for pointing me to that diary. Rhea dispatched the knights to various locations in a frantic search for the enemy. There's a rumor that she's already secured some information. Something big is going to happen soon. That has me wondering, if you find out where the enemy is, what will you do about it? If you ask, No, scratch that. All of us students would gladly lend a hand, even if that means going against Rhea's wishes. Don't forget it. Now go. Everyone's worried about you. You'd better show them you're in good spirits.
Oh, thank you. You saved me.
Oh, Monica.
If you were to die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only aim. I'm afraid you must remain, Kronya. There is something I need you to do.
Kronya?
Oh, of course. I am always happy to cooperate with Solon. Leave it to me.
Okay, I just realized she kind of has like a creepy smile going on. I should have seen this coming a while away.
Is she offending
A mile away.
Unfortunately, we cannot take our eyes off her, so there is nothing to be done. You are our greatest creation. We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame, that you may burn even the gods. Now is the time to cleanse Fodlan with that power and bring forth our salvation.
What?
There will be no salvation for you and your kind.
So
Those
you're like a
responsible for
homunculus or
such
something?
gruesome deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need. All for a purpose.
Wow. Okay, it's Ingrid's birthday. Sure, let's host a tea party for her.
Thank you for inviting me.
So I guess she likes food and sweets. That's all I know.
It's a bit hot. Yes. Yes.
There we go, view from the bridge. Okay. Dining. Frick. Dang it! Well, I soiled it. I was gonna say gardening mishaps. I really know nothing about her, and I have a hard time, like, gleaming anything. Just, like, she seems like a nice, normal girl, aside from the food thing. That's the only thing I've learned. So, you know, all of this really makes sense.
Thank you for the treat.
Okay. Well, I got a support point with her. Oh man, I look so sad. Oh no. Astrid House Bow Tournament. Okay. Now that's better. And we have someone with armor that's actually pretty decent with bows. But if she doesn't want to do it, I think we have a few options on this front. I'm gonna go ahead inventory items. Let's go ahead and trade with me. You're going to take my iron shield. See if they let you use that. Okay. Actually, Shamir would probably be better for that than you. Actually, in that case, yeah, trade with Shamir. Will they let Shamir do it, though? If it's only between house students, then probably not. In that case, whatever. I could probably just switch it around during the actual walk around, if that is the case. Okay, well, either way. Oh, we have more support combos. Shamir. It'll take some time. God dang it. Oh, she could do it with Catherine.
And he said, I don't even have a horse. Pretty funny story, huh? What is it, Shamir? You're not laughing. Didn't you think it was funny?
Sure.
Oh gosh.
So then laugh. You could stand to be a little friendlier, you know.
Do I need to be?
What do you mean, need to be? Friendship isn't about obligation. You could try being a bit warmer. Like when I first met you, I took the time to introduce myself and make friendly conversation, and you just said, "Hi, I'm Shamir." I remember thinking that you wouldn't be easy to get along with.
Now that's funny. I remember thinking you were just another knight who loved the sound of her own voice.
Oh.
You know, the type who's all talk but useless in battle.
Well, that's a bit harsh. Did you
Okay,
really
I mean
think
that last part's not true.
Yes.
But you changed your mind when you saw me in action.
I did. You're surprisingly strong.
Well, even though you had zero charm, you did a nice job of supporting me. Now I know that you'll always have my back. In fact, maybe I should take it easy and let you handle all the fighting.
It sounds like I'm going to be doing a lot more work around here.
We make a pretty good team. At any rate, we're bound together, so we better try to get along. Don't you think, partner?
If that's how you see it, I can't disagree.
Dang. Okay. Well, that's neat. Yeah, no one has best supports. Well, let's see what Shamir and Claude have to say to each other.
There's really no better place for my midday nap than under the shade of a nice big tree. The twittering of the little birds. It's like they're singing a lullaby just for me. Ah! Is that a dagger?
I had a feeling that would happen.
Am I being ambushed?
Claude, why are you lazing about? You should be training.
Shamir! Is this your doing? Talk about unfriendly. Another inch and you would have sliced my handsome nose clean off my roguishly beautiful face.
But I didn't. Fortunately for you.
You know, if you wanted to give me a talking to, you could have done so with your words instead. That's how most people do the talking thing.
Conversation was not my intention.
Well, what then? A prank? That's not better. I thought we were under attack. I could have died from the shock.
Uh-huh.
Look closely at the dagger.
Is that... right. There's a poor spider impaled on it.
A poisonous
That's twice
spider.
that she's done that.
The tiniest bite from which can cause fever, headache, and relentless vomiting. Or worse.
Yikes.
Wow.
I guess this little guy is more vicious than he looks.
I noticed it descending towards your face.
Wow.
Ah, so you saved me from a certain doom. Well, in that
Hey,
case, I'm sorry for
Trubbish,
questioning your
welcome.
motives. I promise to repay the favor someday.
I'll keep that in mind.
Wow, so that's what the greatest sniper of all the knights is capable of. Absolutely incredible.
Dang. Yeah. Okay. Gosh, honestly, Shamir. Okay. I don't know. It is between her and Leone for me right now, but I don't know. I'm gonna turn Shamir a little bit. Okay, so here's Lorenz and Ignatz. See what they have to say, and then I guess I can go and explore. So I just cleared chapter 9 after doing
Hello.
some of those paralogs.
What are you up to? You frightened me. Oh, calm yourself. What is it that you were drawing?
I thought I'd jot down some sketches of everyone while they're training. And then later on, I'll try to practice their moves on my own. But I can't really concentrate on sketching if someone's watching me.
Just sketches, Even so, they're lovely. There's such life in them. It's as if they're moving on the page before my very eyes.
You really think so? You know, I always hoped to be an artist.
With skills like that, I'm quite certain you could easily make a living of it. And your demeanor is different when you draw. Bolder somehow. Ah, yes, there's an idea. Perhaps in the future you will join my retinue as my personal painter. Wait, have we not discussed this arrangement already? I had decided to take you into my service as a knight, had I not?
Becoming a knight was my father's idea. Being an artist is out of the question, I'm afraid.
So you've said. Well then, I suppose you shall simply have to become a knight who also paints.
A knight who also paints?
I have seen your talent and can attest to it. Your gifts are too great to wither away in obscurity. A knight with the rare gift of artistic talent would be most welcome in my employ.
I had never thought of that. Still, I don't understand why you'd want me as one of your knights. As a fighter, I'm unremarkable.
This is one of those cases where
There's more
Lawrence's
to knighthood
ego
than
is
combat.
like,
Courtly
I think it's a good
manners,
thing in
a
case
dignified
like this.
bearing, and an aesthetic sensibility are also essential.
Just
A
looking
knight
out
with an
for him.
eye for art and the talent to create it is sure to improve the image of the nobility.
Lawrence, I'd never have guessed you were prone to such eccentric ideas. Thank you. I'm feeling a little more confident after hearing your kind words.
Oh, no cause for thanks. It is a noble's duty to provide guidance to those in need.
Alright. That looks so sad. Alright, let's go ahead and explore. Okay, well I look normal here. Hey Sothis.
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you.
Thank you.
Well, it would be ridiculous to not feel anything after something like that. Go on and let it out. I am here. If you must weep,
Alright, well let's see. Cream of the crop. Opponents need Yama takes a turn with the Imperial Guard. Sure, let's go there. But yeah, how are you doing, Trebush?
Do you have time for a request?
Man. So, like, what did you think of that moment? Because, I mean, I saw it coming from, like, 1,000 yards away. And it's kind of weird to me, too, because it feels like they very intentionally kind of, like, hiked him off of Grail a little bit. Like, he's derivative enough that he's, like, kind of his own thing, but they didn't give him enough screen time for me to distance the fact that I knew it was coming. Like, everyone guessed from minute 1 when they saw him, which kind of annoys me. Let's see. I don't know, I'm like half tempted to make one of those videos just being like, the fatal flaw of 3 houses. But nah.
oh, is something hiding just behind that book?
Small leather bag, inside it a ring.
That ring! I have seen it before. Ah, I know. Gerald showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall?
Yeah.
He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
Okay. Well, dang. It's so sad. Alright, well let's go ahead and talk to some of our students. See what they have to say about it.
Maybe. When I heard that Monica was with the enemy, I was surprised by how unsurprised I was. Something was just off about her. It's hard to explain. That said, whenever she had free time, she was always hanging around with the Edelgard. I wonder if Edelgard is also... Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm just being paranoid. Please ignore me.
I'm very curious in that route why, like, what is going on with that. Because, I mean, I imagine I'd actually, like, learn more about her if I went with that route. So, we'll see. I mean, I have a theory. Let's see. Unfinished score?
Dark expressions don't suit you, Professor. But well, I'm glad to see you out in the world again. It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up.
Most of the knights are gone, seeking out the enemy.
Isn't that a bit much? I agree it's important, but is it a good idea to neglect the safety of the monastery?
What do you think, Professor? I agree. We can send some knights after our enemies, but...
Yeah.
It seems this month most of it isn't that a bit...
Gotcha.
People say you're quite... Perhaps if I joined your class, I could watch your sword technique up close.
You can actually... I get you.
Indeed.
Okay.
I'll transfer to your class then.
Alright. Boom. I got Felix now. Okay.
It seems this...
Most of the night...
Isn't that a bit... What's
Leisure?
up, Professor? Hey, I got a girl waiting.
Charisma and reason. Dang. Gotcha. Yeah, no, please don't.
Professor? If dangerous things keep happening, I hope that all the students and professors will be there to celebrate at the graduation ceremony.
I just wish they developed Geralt more. Like, I get it. Like, there's a whole bunch of mystery around him or whatever, but, like, he was barely around and then he just dies. Like,
There is no one here who has not heard tales of Geralt's valor. We have suffered a most dear loss. I do not know what the enemy's aim was, but I do know this. After what they have done, we cannot suffer them to live. If there is anything I can do to ensure that justice
Grail's
is swiftly,
kind of similar, but, like, I feel Grail with less runtime had more to him. I don't know. I think some of that also had to do with, like, our main character. Like, again, if I make that video, that's gonna be a main thing I'm gonna bring up. Right. Yeah. Because the thing is with the main character here, since he's like a silent protagonist, like, that's a huge limitation on developing Geralt here. Because, Ike, at the very least, like, you know, you cared about Grail because Ike cared about Grail. Whereas, like, I guess you could tell that the main character does a little bit. But, like, it's just so bizarre because, you know.
They're saying she's friends with the bad guys. If I hear someone say that, I'll...
Wait, who? Oh, wow.
Leave it alone, Hilda. It doesn't matter.
Right, I would have said Leone, yeah. But, I mean, that also presumes you're on the route that has Leone, and I imagine this happens in all of the routes, so... Helios? Oh.
That would be the quickest way to resolve this.
Handmade hair clip. Let's see. Where are you? Okay. You're right over there, I guess. Whoa, Claude. You trying to blend into the background?
Hi, Teach. I see the storm in your eyes has passed. You're looking much better. I've been reading Geralt's diary. I can't understand about half of what's written here, but Geralt really cherished you. That much is clear.
Well, okay, if I were to also point to, there's a game I played recently, it's also a tactical RPG like this, but it was done by Camelot Software Planning, who made Golden Sun, and there was a twist with a character's dad that died in that game, but the thing is, a huge difference there is that a lot of the... Even though you never actually met the dad until he died, pretty much, it actually worked better than this one, and most of the reason for that is that they made the death scene really impactful, because while the main character couldn't emote because he was a silent protagonist, there were characters around him that did react in a really, like, heartbreaking way. Because, you know, like, they were friends from, like, the same background as the main character. So that's a thing. Okay. Okay, fair. Okay, so I have to use you or someone else. Okay, well... This is gonna be obnoxious. Whoa, that damage difference.
It was a good try.
Wow.
That's the golden deer. I should probably use the first heal now. Alright, here we go. Whoa. Ooh. This one could be bad. Come on, hit. There we go, Claude. First try. Okay, well, with that, hey guys.
You gotta keep yourself active during tough times, Professor. Even if it seems impossible. That's how I got through it when I lost my parents. If you need help with anything, just come and see me. Eating and training are my specialties.
I'm not even close to being strong enough. I mean, Gerald was so much stronger than me, but even he, that's enough. I can't dwell on the past. There's no way to know what my future holds, but I do know one thing. Whatever happens, I have to make my own way in this world. I have to keep pushing so I can grow even stronger.
Well, good on you, Caspar. Oh, hey Dimitri. What's up?
I'm so sorry about what happened to Gerald. No, of course my sorrow is nothing compared to yours. The Knights are even now searching for our enemy's whereabouts. They are to report back the moment they find something. If you desire revenge, Professor, you can count me in.
Wow. Well, you know that's a bro. I think. I don't know. Where's a Delgard? I don't know. I mean, either way, for the most part, I think this game is well written. Aside from Geralt.
You've lost someone very... Manuela and I can take... We can't do all the teaching, but at least I've always seen strength in your eyes. I know you'll recover. You're a very strong person. Professor...
You want to join?
I've been... Just say the... Of course, I have to be truthful. It's all just a ploy to make it easier to research your craft.
Sure.
Feel free to call, and then you can help out with my class, too. It's a joke, Professor. I'd never put a burden on you, a first-year teacher.
Alright. Can't even more like snap. If you don't want to, that's fine.
I have something rather uncomfortable to discuss.
I didn't really have a good segue for that.
That killed Gerald.
I don't know what
Will you
reminded
listen?
me of that. I guess I'll listen.
It was a dagger, but I know enough to know it wasn't an ordinary dagger. It wasn't made of iron or steel because, well, because whatever it was, the wound it left wasn't normal. Who could make a blade like that, do you figure?
Hey, Rhea.
Professor, how are you holding up? I know how heavily grief weighs upon one's heart. I lost my mother some time ago. It was Forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain, as if it were brand new. Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace.
You know, I do appreciate that they have the NPCs, you know, all talking about all these little events. Like, I mean, I should say, like, you know, the characters and the non-characters all are pretty well written in this game in general. It actually really impresses me. Because, honestly, I even watched, like, a little bit of my friend's stream, his route. I didn't, like, pay too much attention because I wanted to play it myself as well.
Please receive when the cold rain washes the body, when the bird and wolf announce the dawn. Receive them into your blue blood. Receive them into a twinkling star. That's a morning scripture from the Church of Saros. Lady Rhea taught it to me. I pray that Geralt is happy in the next world.
Dang. But...
Captain Gerald's gone. He's gone. And we'd only just reunited. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure this is even harder on you. But I just can't... I can't believe...
Yeah, no, honestly, I think all of these characters are, like, miles above, everyone from the last few games. Except for Echoes. Honestly, like, Echoes was... It's just so bizarre to me. Because it... I mean, I know the reason Echoes was so good was because the backlash to, like, Fates was so strong, I imagine. But at the same time, it's just like... I'll talk in a second. But it's just kind of insane to me that it's, like, the same people, almost. Like, the writing quality jumped up so much for Echoes.
How very lucky I am that you were able to save me. Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
I've never been much for condolences.
Well, thanks, Hubert. Hello.
First Tomas, and now Monica. Both Tomas and Monica have each gone missing at one time or another. It was reported that when Monica returned from her disappearance, she began to act like a completely different person. As if, perhaps, the real Monica had been killed and replaced by an imposter.
Well, that makes sense.
Thinking of it like that, it is possible that this Solon had been impersonating Tomas
Yeah,
for some time.
that makes so much sense, because I was thinking it was so weird that, like, oh, we found Monica there. Like, she went missing a year ago, and that she's fine. And also, like, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna choose not to think too hard about that, because there's explanations you come up with for some of that stuff, but... Sure.
Oh, settle down and stop with the knocking.
Oh.
I'll be there in 2
Well, she's
shakes.
hungover.
Oh, dear. Professor? Is that you? Just a moment.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what should I do? I can't open the door in this state. Manuela, you simply must quit oversleeping. Hold on.
I'm gonna be here
Where
for
are my
like 30
clothes?
minutes while she
I
puts
can't
on
even find
makeup.
Where in blazes is my underwear? Oh, what is my dressing robe belt caught on? I can't tie this properly. It's not even covering... Oh, Manuela. This will have to do.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just hold on a moment. Hello. Sorry to have kept you waiting. So, what do you want?
What were you doing?
Excuse me? You had a reason for coming here, I assume. I've put a lot of time and effort into making it possible to talk with you, you know.
Sorry about that.
No, you've done nothing wrong. Let's just say I'm not having a good day.
Well, I mean,
Actually,
this
didn't
is
have
all
a
that's
good
happened
night.
today for you, I guess. Oh.
Never mind. What did you want, anyway?
A message from a knight.
You heard from him? The fellow from last night? Huh. What did he have to say? Yeah, figures. Kind of saw it coming, actually. That's why I came back to my room and went to bed. To get over it. Thank you for checking in on me. Was that all you wanted? Well then, good night.
Sleep well. Okay. Well. Yikes. That's
Professor,
bad.
I brought some flowers for Gerald.
Thank you.
It's the least I can do. Sometimes I feel like all I do is run away. Anyway, I'll go lay them out. I'm sure you will pull through this because you're so strong, Professor. Best to stay calm during such tumultuous and upsetting times. We don't know the nature of our enemies. If we underestimate them, anything could happen.
We should be careful.
Yes, I agree.
Professor, I'm scared. I feel that I don't understand the world. How could something like that happen to Gerald? He was so strong. You're inspiring, Professor.
Boom. Okay, you know, I just realized this. I appreciate the touch that the health meters for the fish is like the NES health meters. Like old school Shadow Dragon. Okay, and let's see if we can get a gold one. Whatever. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's good enough for me.
I may not look it, but I'm a pretty good cook. Now, come on, ingredients, let's dance. Don't worry too much about all the details. Just do what feels right, and the... I see.
Okay. Okay. So with that, yeah. And it's also good that I have all of the teachers, you know, in my roster now. Let's see. Ingrid is... Oh, that's right. She's there on loan, as it were. Secret 51? Okay. Flame, Felix. Okay. I have to train this guy up. Dang. I still like the detail that after a character's birthday has passed, like that, you know, their age in the game goes up. Right. Right. No, in general, I mean, it's just... I don't know what to say for the most part, as far as, like, the writing. It's also because I think I'm actually getting kind of tired. Because I've been at this for quite a while. But no. Honestly, this game is... It's getting up there on my list of favorite Fire Emblem games. But I think I need to go ahead and just do a map or something, because I think I only have one fight left in me. And then I'm gonna end off, because, whoa boy. There's also Mercedes. Oh right, so I got a couple items. I have no idea who uses these. Because there was a spear, a Saul, Crest of Kickhole, heals HP every turn, effect increased with, so Kickhole? So, I'm gonna go and check the roster. Let's see. Okay. So do we have a Crest of Kickle at all? Fraldarius? Okay. And then there was another item that was there. I think it was like a staff or something. I got it from a Paralog. Let's see. Maybe it wasn't. Okay. So it's for Flame's brother. Okay, Seth. So I need to somehow try and recruit him. So it's not... Oh, wait, hold up. Items. Let's go ahead and trade that. Store. I think I saw it. Crest of Kethlean. Magic attack range +1 restores HP every turn. Okay. So, which one... What is it? Your crest? God dang it. Okay. Yeah, so she can use it. I mean, I got it from a mission where he was involved. That's all I know. Take. Okay. Well, there we go. And she should have it equipped, in theory, right? Items. Equip. Okay. Cool. So that should increase her magic range, which is gonna help out in a lot of ways, I imagine. Let's see, anyone else able to teach right now? I guess Seth again. Okay. After that, I'm just gonna go out to a battle.
First Tomas, both, it was as if thinking how they managed.
Faculty training, flight. Okay. Well, either way, let's go ahead and head over to, because I just remembered I can do this at the cathedral. After that, yeah. Gonna do one more fight, and I'm done for the night. So, hello, counselor. Okay. Someone who's Chris, I wish to study. I've asked many times, I can't get them consent. There must be some way to persuade them. He won't take that. I guess... Okay. Alright, there we go, Hanneman. Is that it? There's no notes? Alright, time to go.